Hi everybody. We're hoping to do a series of videos on the North Norfolk Coastal Path, which might be particularly of interest for anyone with any disabilities. I have restricted mobility and I have to get about on a mobility scooter. We began the walk at Norfolk Wildlife Trust's Holme Dunes Reserve, and there's a good path along the top facing out to sea. Here's an orange comma butterfly that we saw, and some yarrow, plenty of yarrow about all over the reserve. And here's a small heath which we were lucky enough to see. Plenty of common darters about today. Quite obliging because they normally land on the path in front of you. And providing you don't go too close, they stay reasonably still. And here's a family of gadwall that we saw from the hide on the reserve. Quite a windy, blustery day, but a bright day, not too cold. And Jan videoed this curlew going along the bank. We see a lot of curlews both here in Watton and up on the North Norfolk coast, but they are a really threatened species. Looking back to Holme Church in the village of Holme from the reserve. Iconic ponies that they use to keep the grass cut reasonably short, and Jan saw a small flock of meadow pipits. Here's some common toadflax. Now this is the first problem that you may have from the visitor centre up to the main coastal path. It's reasonably steep, so you need a reasonably powerful scooter or strong arms if you're pushing a wheelchair. And you get up to a reasonable sandy path for a short distance. Plenty of wildlife to see along here. Lots of butterflies, mainly speckled woods in this section of the path. And then you come to a specially constructed boardwalk. Now this again is not too bad. There's plenty of room for people to pass you, and not too steep, but there is a few problems along it. The day that we were on it, there were 3 slats missing in various places, which meant that we had to manhandle the scooter over the gaps. And we had a word with the warden about this, and they're going to see if they can get someone to do something about it. It's the Environment Agency that's responsible for the boardwalk. I have to say, when you get up there, I've never been up there before, there were tremendous views out towards the sea, and also over the Norfolk Ornithological Association's reserve. Here you see the water there. It changed very dramatically during the day because the clouds were coming and going. Here you see it bright one moment and then particularly moody as the dark clouds passed over. There were hundreds of these small whites all along the path, and we managed to get a small clip of a mute swan and some cygnets on the NOA reserve. Once you come off the boardwalk, the sea wall has a lovely compacted path, quite wide and fairly level, and again you get superb views over the salt marshes here. I've never seen them before, so it was a real joy for me to see. You have good views both sides of the path, and this path goes all the way to Thornham Staithe. We only went halfway today, but we will probably be doing another video quite shortly about the second half from Thornham Staithe to the middle of the walk that we did today. You can see the path level there. And Jan came across this thing, which I guess that walkers do to celebrate walking along Pedder's Way. Sea urchin shells and a claw from a crab. And this was as far as we went. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now, and we'll see you again soon.